guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see, I'm in a new location with my sister. So I asked you guys what you would be interested in seeing if we hypothetically sat down and filmed together, and way too many of you said we needed to switch hair care routines.
She's not gonna like it.
What have I done to y'all? Y'all are mean. So basically, I did just do her hair following my hair care routine. I diffused her hair for 30 minutes, and now she's supposed to air dry the rest of the way because
it's still wet.
It's sopping wet. But that is what's going on here. I will run home tonight and wash my hair following all of her steps. So if you were really curious to watch us swap hair care routines, stay tuned, subscribe, click that notification bell so that you'll be notified when I upload that travesty. Guys, I'm real scared to swap hair care routines with her.
I think our hair is so different.
But anyway, this video, while she's sitting here air drying, I thought that we would answer the rest of your questions that you had for us because we have completely different hair types. So a little bit of background about my hair. It is fine, high density, meaning I have a lot of very fine hairs on my head.
It's very pretty.
Thank you. Your hair is very pretty too.
Thank you.
My hair is also higher porosity and it is a looser curl pattern. It tends to err on the side of wavy versus curly. And what about your hair?
My hair is, was it low porosity? Opposite of yours.
Opposite, yes.
So I think partly that means is when it finally gets wet,
which it takes forever
to dry. So it's just like
takes forever to get wet.
And then when it has it in, it doesn't let back out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
if you want to know more about hair porosity, please feel free to check out my video on hair porosity if you're really confused about what we're talking about. But anyway, continue.
She's really good at explaining it. Anyway, so my hair is coarser, and it will err on the side
now,
of
when you mean
curly.
Coarse, does it feel coarse?
Like if I was feeling your hair and then felt mine, it just means feels fatter. Like I have fatter strands of hair than like she does.
Okay, so each individual hair strand is bigger than mine. Mine are like so wispy and fine. They have no structure of their own. They fall flat. Your hair.
Yeah, so my hair has structure to it.
Okay.
Shoot, I'm a person who likes structure, so it just makes sense.
You like structure in your personal life. You like structure in your hair. It's good. It's a good time. Okay, so that also lends to a tighter curl pattern. Like, I don't think if my hair had more structure, it'd be curlier, but because your hair has structure, it holds curl really well.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just jump right into any questions that you guys had for us. After everyone kept telling us to switch hair routines, Annie K said, I'd want to know what are some products or methods that work for both of you. So
probably just kind of like the routine that we both use. Well, okay. So
our routines are nothing alike.
Sorry. So, like...
the order in which we use our products. I think that's what you meant.
That's what I meant.
But
technical words.
This is kind of a hard question because I'm the one who got really addicted to learning about the Curly Girl method. I really loved it. And so basically, I've just told you everything that I've learned. And then you've picked up...
figured out, like, what products work for me, what doesn't. She normally will help test them out first. She's really, really good at research. And it's not my favorite thing to do. It just never has been. So I love it.
You're very, very low maintenance.
Yeah. So like Courtney can go
I'm not.
Test it. But she's so adventurous and cool. She finds all these new things and then she shares them with me. It's great.
Oh, you're so sweet. So basically, we cleanse our hair. We condition our hair. We use a leave-in.
Yep. And we plop.
And then you plop.
Well, you use gel.
And we both typically reach for gel. You haven't experimented a lot with other products. Yeah. Like, you probably would do better if you used a cream.
Yeah.
Theoretically, if your hair is super dry, but you don't use products that build up very much on your hair, and you tend to use less protein. Like, we've tried using more protein-y products on your hair. Yeah. It's not bad. It's just her hair doesn't require the copious amounts of protein that my hair does. So her hair's tolerance for protein is lower. So she tends to use more moisturizing stuff. Products.
To get more dry, or feels like it.
Yeah, it's harder to hydrate because it's so low porosity.
Yeah.
And then mine just needs more structure. It needs more protein. Okay. Angela said, I would like to see if you both could use the exact same products, but adapted methods for your hair. All right, guys, here's what we need you to do. If you want to see Caitlin and I use the exact same products, but then tweak the routine, give this video a thumbs up and we'll do that video. Yep. If this video hits 1,000 thumbs ups, we will do it. If it doesn't hit 1,000 ones ups, I'm not doing it, okay? Peach Tea wants to know exactly what your hair routine is. And this is a great teaser for what I'm about to have to do.
Yeah. So, I will cleanse it normally with a co-wash. Then I will use a conditioner. Then a leave-in.
Do you rinse out all of your conditioner?
Yeah. Yes.
Because some people don't. Some people leave in all their conditioner.
No, I like to rinse out all the conditioner. And, when I put in the conditioner, that's when I brush all my hair out. And then, rinse it out. Then I'll put in the leave-in and then squish to condish. Sometimes I will brush the leave-in a little bit.
Okay, so we both brush in our conditioners. Sorry.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing we do together. Okay.
Yeah, squish to condish. That word. And then that's when I plop my hair. And then after a minute,
wait. You plop after just doing leave-in?
Yeah.
And why do you do this?
Normally because I do the gel after I plop.
Why?
Because it's not in my shower.
She's too lazy to bring her gel into her shower. So she's just like, I'll plop and then I'm going to walk over to my sink and apply the gel because it's too far away.
Yeah.
She's so low maintenance. Okay, then what do you do?
Yeah, so...
And you use, like, glazing and roping for your gel. You don't rake.
Right. Okay. So, normally, the easiest way to do my hair, because there's a lot of it, so I'll just get both of it on either side. Get my hands wet, get the gel, then glaze, like she said. Then I'll start squishing that gel back in, and then, if needed, I will add a little more gel, a little more water if those curls aren't, sticking together. And
Okay, so if you're seeing a lot of wet frizz, you just keep adding more gel and more water till things clump up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what do you do?
Then sometimes I will use a towel to squish the excess water out because, my hair.
But normally, what do you do?
And then I go to sleep on a silk pillowcase and just leave the hair out behind me because, my hair's so wet and heavy. If I just put it out behind me like a lay down,
it stays.
Grab the hair, put it out behind me, like on a pillow. It will stay there,
guys.
And I let it dry.
I'm gonna insert a picture right here of what her hair normally looks like. It's glorious. This routine for her of going to bed with sopping wet hair and sleeping on a silk pillowcase works.
And guess what? It's usually not dry by the morning either. It's still
great.
Wet.
And do you bother to diffuse?
Only if it's really cold outside.
So
if it's cold, I'm gonna freeze if I go out with wet hair.
But no. We live in Texas. It's hot.
Yeah.
I mean, except for 2 days out of the year when it's a little cold.
Right.
So
yeah.
Awesome. Anyway.
As you can tell, kind of lazy sometimes.
So she just keeps things incredibly simple.
Yeah.
She uses the same products. She doesn't experiment. She doesn't switch it up. You keep things simple. You just do the thing. You don't worry if your hair comes out weird because the next time you wash it, it's going to be just fine.
Yeah. If it looks weird, I put put it in braids. So I just do a couple of braids.
Mm-hmm.
It helps hold its curl. So
there you go. All right, guys. Again, pray for me. I'm going to do this in the next video. Screaming Minnow asks, what products does your sister use? Specifics or just product types? And what does she do to refresh her hair in between washes?
Okay, so products that I'll normally use, my scalp, what's the name of that condition that my scalp has?
We'll put it in right here.
Yeah.
It's the As I Am Dry Itchy Scalp Co-Wash. They do have a shampoo and conditioner, BTW, if you ever feel like grabbing that.
Yeah.
But I just like the co-wash because you can run into Sally's and grab it and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also have that linked down below. The As I Am Dry Itchy Scalp has the same active ingredient that Head and Shoulders has. So
like if my scalp is itchy, another thing we have in common is like sometimes our scalps will get itchy. If my scalp is being particularly itchy, I'll use that As I Am co-wash. And my lovely sister, she got me this scalp massager. So, I put the co-wash in, and I get that little massager, and, like about 5 minutes, rub it all in. It's like, oh, so relaxing.
And then what is the only other thing you typically use to cleanse your hair with?
It's the Lush.
The Lush?
Yeah.
And, goodness, what's it called? Is it just the Lush shampoo?
I think so.
And then you like the Lush conditioner.
Yep.
And you haven't even tried their one and done styler yet.
No, not yet. I need to.
You have it. You
yes,
just
I
haven't
do.
Used it. And then,
or sometimes,
you also really like the Matrix Biolage.
Yeah, that one.
Hydrosource. They make an off-brand version of that at Sally's. You can get cheaper.
Good to know.
You like the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in, and sometimes the Giovanni Direct leave-in.
Yeah.
And then, what is your favorite of all time hair gel? Like you almost never reach for anything else now.
It's the Orange Marmalade gel
from Eco Slay.
Yeah, that
it's
one.
like a glorious small.
My hair loves it, so
you just keep that stocked.
Yeah.
This is a big question. Elizabeth asked perhaps her struggles with DevaCurl and how she overcame them. So your wretched sister gave you products that
my scalp did not like at all. So
like bad.
Yeah, I would get so bad like the flakes would be big.
Not like the size of a nickel.
Yeah.
Or a dime.
More probably dime, but
okay.
It's so possible it would come off in the size of a nickel if you didn't
big.
It's big chunks.
Like
long story short. Yeah.
You've had flaky scalp your whole life, but
I've dealt with that.
But it wasn't diagnosed as anything, and then you start using the DevaCurl.
Right.
And
it's really bad.
The flakes got like to epic proportions.
Yes.
And then what else did you notice?
Just more itching normally. Now some of it is a bit of a transition, but we think it was more of the product.
You were just reacting to it. So did you notice like copious amounts of hair falling out?
Not really, because all of my life I haven't necessarily paid too much attention.
You just tend to shed a lot of hair because you have a lot of hair.
Yeah.
And it's long and it's coarse, so it looks like a lot of hair. Yeah. But you didn't notice just like handfuls. And you didn't notice bald spots or anything.
No.
And you, like, those were some of the very first products you were ever using.
Right.
When you started doing the Curly Girl method. And there's this whole period of when your hair's transitioning from being straight and flat iron, blow dried and tortured to soft, healthy, luscious curls. And you noticed, like, how did your hair feel? Was it more moisturized and soft and shiny and ringlety?
No, it still felt coarse, not as healthy.
Dry and thirsty.
Dry and thirsty. It's a good way to put it.
And it didn't get real curly.
No.
But at the same time, you were in transition. So
it's really hard to tell like whether this product specifically caused that or if it's just transition or combination of the two.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But once you went to a dermatologist and got the diagnosis for seborrheic dermatitis,
yep.
and you got medicated shampoos, and you quit using the DevaCurl,
my hair started getting so much healthier. Like, she commented on it the first time she came and saw me. She's like, wow, hair's getting so much better.
Guys, y'all can tell how much I love my sister. She is amazing. We all have our struggles, and in her entire life, her struggle was frizz. And to see her now with almost no frizz, she used to have so much breakage. Like, it used to be, like, we all get these little horns here, but, like...
I always had those.
And now you don't...
Especially on a windy day, I would have a beautiful halo of frizz.
And now you don't, like, I mean, you have some frizz, like, it's not completely eliminated, but you don't have that halo of breakage.
No, yeah.
It's just amazing. Her hair, for the first time that I can remember, is, like, really, really shiny. Yeah. What do you think?
Much better. Yeah. Like, because she'd always be on me, she's like, you have a lot of frizz. So, but now you just...
And I tried to get you, like...
She would always try, like, hairspray or, you know, like, gels.
Fruit tea, sleek and shine.
Yeah.
I used to
like,
love that stuff.
Nothing would really work because it just, like, you know, stick straight back out.
It defied the laws of gravity.
It did. It really did. But, like, this method...
And now she has more hair goals. You don't.
It's so much better.
It's amazing.
Oh, I forgot. Did we answer the question about what I used to refresh?
Nope, we totally skipped it.
Okay,
Sorry, screaming minnow.
Yeah, sorry. Going back to how I refresh my hair. Normally, what works is, you know, when I have frizz, like, it's kind of like the little family group had an argument, and so they split from each other. So, I use water to help them come back together, solve all their differences, and, you know, go back in their happy little curl family. And just to help it hold, I'll get a little bit of that orange marmalade gel, and along with water, kind of, I will help the curl reclump together.
And then do you diffuse it, or?
Mm-mm.
So you just basically slap a little bit of water in your hair, and if that solves the problem, great.
Yeah.
And if that didn't solve the problem, then you add a little bit of gel and water, like watered down gel to it, and scrunch, and
scrunch it, and then we're good.
Jalen wants to know, good conditioning for low porosity, also protein sensitive. Any tips for high humidity? And you live in a very humid part of the state.
I do.
So you found that personally avoiding glycerin has really reduced your frizz, right?
Yeah.
Like, just because you like keeping things so simple and you don't want to have to think about what the dew point is, you just, like, straight up work with products that have no glycerin in them.
Right. Like the Less conditioner, or even the Biolage conditioner has worked great.
The Kinky Curly Not Today, Orange Marmalade, all of those. So you just basically don't even bother with products with glycerin in them because you know your hair reacts to it, and it just makes your life easier not having to think about it. And as for, like, conditioning your low porosity hair, you do a really good job of squish to condish, I think, with the Hydra Source conditioner. I feel like that is a particularly beneficial product for your hair. It works fine.
Just like brushing the conditioner into my hair and then squishing to condish. I feel like it helps just work it in.
I wonder if you letting your hair air dry, even though it's low porosity, like you going to bed with wet hair all the time. Keeps it from, like, it helps it stay hydrated longer because the water is just simply in your hair for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
I wonder. P.S. Yes, I know it's not recommended to go to bed with your hair wet, as it can lead to scalp issues. But my sister, who has scalp issues, has not had any exacerbation from going to bed with wet hair. So
I've been doing it for months.
Over a year.
Actually, yeah.
And your scalp is the clearest it's ever been. And flake-free it's ever been. And
Yes.
I think the trick for you is that you are not just wadding up your hair in a plop and sleeping with it wet.
Oh, no.
You're like stretching it out, and you also
Gives it an opportunity to kind of dry.
And you also turn on your fan and let your hair air dry some faster that way while you're asleep. So before you run to the comment section to tell her not to sleep with her hair wet.
Been doing it for over a year now.
We have some justification. This is what's been working for her. She's listening to her scalp. She's being intuitive. Yeah. And if she does start having an issue,
then I'll revisit how I do it.
Knowing her, she'd probably just barely blow dry the roots and get the roots dry and then go to bed with the rest of her hair wet.
Yeah. Hey,
that's a thought.
It's just like minimum work for getting the outcome you want. Might as well do it.
Minimum effort for maximum curl.
Yes, exactly.
So that is it, guys. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. It's absolutely lovely getting to sit down and talk with my sister.
Yes.
Seriously, guys, she is the biggest reason that I started looking into the Curly Girl method.
And I'm so glad she did. It makes my life so much easier.
The Curly Girl method does not have to be complicated. It can be a lot of fun. And yeah, that's it. All right, so you've heard our 2 routines. You've heard some major differences between hers and my hair. You've heard about our struggle with Diva Curl, mainly her struggle with Diva Curl. You heard about my struggle with Diva Curl in another video, but comment down below. Do you err on the side of super simplicity like my lovely sister? Or do you like to wild, crazy experiment and try different wash days almost every single time you wash your hair? Like me. All right, guys, I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye!
Bye!